Hello friends, this video on matter and magnetism part 5 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 4 before going ahead with part 5. About the direction of magnetic force. How do you know the direction? As I told you that looking at this expression, cross product of velocity and magnetic field gives you the magnitude as well as direction. That means the direction will be perpendicular to the plane containing velocity and magnetic field. But it is not very easy to determine the exact direction like that. In your cross product classes of mathematics, you would have seen that how do you evaluate or how do you determine the direction of cross product of two vectors. Let us suppose you have two vectors A and B. So cross product and A and B gives you another vector C. So if I ask you what would be the direction of the vector C, so what will be your answer? It will be perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. But can you show me the exact direction? For that you have something called the right hand rule. I am sure you have studied this also in your mathematics lesson. So that is why I am telling you that if you are not very clear with this concept of cross product, that how do you determine magnitude and direction for a cross product of two vectors, then please refer your mathematics video before going ahead with this lesson, because we will use this concept every now and then in this lesson. So what is this right hand rule? Right hand rule tells us that let us suppose, so take your right hand, this you will have to experiment on your own. Do as I direct you. Take your right hand, curl all the four fingers in such a way that it moves from direction of A towards the direction of B. So the direction to which your thumb will point is the direction of C. So that is the convention that we use in the right hand rule, and this is how we find out the direction of cross product of two vectors. So in this case, let us suppose if you look at this, your fingers are curling from which direction to which direction? From this x-axis towards y-axis. So x to y, that means this is the direction of A and this is the direction of B. So that means the fingers, if you curl your fingers from A towards B, then your thumb will point in the direction of C. Clear? So wherever you have any cross product, similarly in this case, when we are talking about this magnetic force, here also we will apply the same right hand rule and we will determine the direction of the magnetic force. So what will determine the direction of magnetic force? As I told you, magnetic force is given by Q into V cross B. So basically this cross product of velocity and magnetic field will determine the direction of magnetic force. So in this case also, whenever you have a diagram where it is given that the charge particle is moving in this direction, so that becomes the direction of velocity. So the first thing which you have to do is determine the direction of velocity, determine the direction of magnetic field. Then you curl all your four fingers from the direction of velocity towards the direction of magnetic field. So then wherever your thumb is pointing, that will be the direction of the magnetic force. I know it is not very simple, but you will have to try this over a couple of figures and only then you can understand. Because with this video, I cannot make you visualize all the scenarios and how I am curling my fingers. But if you try it on your own, take your textbook and look at some of the figures where you are given the velocity direction and the magnetic field direction and try it on your own. You will get it yourself, right? So here in this case, let us suppose if you look at this diagram where this is the charged particle, this plus Q is a charged particle which is in a magnetic field, and the direction of the magnetic field is B. And the direction, and it says, the question has already told that the charged particle is moving with some velocity V in this direction. So this is the direction of your velocity, this is the direction of your magnetic field. So what do? You forget about the force right now. So you curl your fingers from velocity towards the magnetic field. So you start curling your fingers from V towards B. So what do you see? Your thumb points towards the direction of F. So that means you are basically curling your fingers in this direction. If you curl your fingers in this direction, your thumb will come in this direction. So this will become the direction of thumb. You try it yourself. Curl your fingers from V towards B. Your thumb will point towards the direction of magnetic force. Right? So is it clear to you? Okay. So this is how. So now what all did we study till now? What is magnetic field? What happens or what is the force experienced by a charged particle when it comes in that magnetic field? How do we calculate that magnetic force on a charged particle? How do we determine the direction of magnetic force on the charged particle? So now let us talk about the units. What are the units which we use for magnetic field and magnetic force? So let us first talk about magnetic force. So, well, magnetic force is also a force end of the day, right? So the unit for any force would be nothing but Newton. So now we will talk about the units of magnetic field. So let us try to see what comes out to be the direction of the unit for magnetic field. So dimensionally we can talk about magnetic field. So we can say that the magnetic field, that is B, is nothing but Fm divided by Q into V, right? Because Fm, that is magnetic force, is nothing but Q into V cross B. So right now we are not talking about sine theta and all those things because they are all dimensionless quantities. So dimensionally we can say that B is nothing but Fm divided by Q into V. So what is the unit for force? It is Newton. What is the unit for charge? It is Coulomb. What is the unit for velocity? It is meter per second. So this becomes Newton second divided by Coulomb meter. So this Newton second per Coulomb meter was defined as a new unit called Tesla. And this Tesla was considered because it was kind of a big unit, right? Newton second per Coulomb meter. So they defined this unit as Tesla. So for magnetic field, the SI unit is Tesla, which is generally denoted by a capital T. And there is another smaller unit which is called Gauss. So the relation between Tesla and Gauss goes like this. 1 Gauss is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. So now you got a new unit for magnetic field. Right? So these are the units for magnetic force and magnetic. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.